building both inside the city of Phoenix and in court because of an ABC 15 investigation. For years, this Phoenix homicide detective mishandled evidence. And as the mistakes caught up with her, she went on medical leave and then retired. And ever since, both city attorneys and her lawyers have told the court she's too unwell to testify about her cases and her mistakes. But ABC 15 Chief Investigator Dave Biscobing just exposed she's been working, and not just one job, but two at least.
And the fallout is now making it more difficult for top officials to ignore this scandal.
The fallout from all of this could be interesting. See, the court will now have to decide whether to re-examine if this detective really can't testify at all. And that would impact dozens of murder cases. As for the city, after months of saying little or nothing, our reporting is now striking a nerve, as you're about to see in this story.
Detective Jennifer DePonzio's mistakes handling evidence currently impact 37 court cases and 61 police investigations. But for the last 2 years, the court has believed she's too unwell to testify about those cases and mistakes. Then came our story. All of this is from this year. Evidence of Jennifer DePonzio working different jobs. Photos of her working at an office, in groups, celebrating Fiesta Friday. In response to our report, the city of Phoenix sent us the following statement. It says, as you are well aware, due to employee health privacy laws, we cannot discuss specifics of this case. However, your reporting makes assumptions that ignore critical differences in the work of investigating horrific murder scenes compared to the work of an esthetician. Most importantly, decisions regarding an individual's work-related restrictions due to injury are made by medical professionals, not the city, and not news reporters. It's the first thing of substance Phoenix has said about the DePonzio scandal. In September, when we exposed the city hit or misconduct from the state police board, they refused to answer at all.
Hi, Mr. Barton.
And this was city manager Jeff Barton in October, before we could even ask a question. As you can see, this scandal is sensitive for Phoenix. DePonzio was once the center of the recruitment campaign. She's also married to an assistant chief who was handpicked by new chief Michael Sullivan. That's important context because Phoenix has aggressively fought to keep information secret about DePonzio.
And as of recently, September 1st.
Take a look at this hearing in a murder case from a year ago. It's before we exposed this scandal.
Work restrictions do include that she cannot testify.
But still no estimated time of return?
No, Your Honor.
That was a city attorney who also took a shot at the defense attorney for raising questions.
I understand what's at stake here, Your Honor, but for counsel to say that he's understanding people's privacy rights, I think he's being a little coy with that.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be disparaged on the record by Ms. Gilbert. I'm not going to hear that. Well, I'm not playing coy, Judge. Okay, it's a murder case.
And now, because of our report, that defense attorney just filed this motion. It says, it now appears that as soon as DePonzio retired and was deemed legally unavailable, she immediately began working. This information should have been disclosed to the court many months ago. The motion included our evidence, like this Instagram post that says, it's time to get busy. That post coming 2 weeks after the court ruled she couldn't testify, possibly ever, and less than a week after she medically retired. The motion also says, the importance of this cannot be understated. Defense has specifically alleged that DePonzio went on leave to insulate herself from accountability or questioning for her misconduct. The motion ends. Defense asks for reconsideration of the prior ruling to determine whether DePonzio was or now is available.
A couple of final points here. One, Phoenix has paid $20,000 to outside attorneys to represent DePonzio so far. And two, we reached out to different judges to ask if they feel like they've been misled. In response, a court spokesperson emailed us. As you know, the judges are unable to comment on pending cases. And three, as for the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, they, quote, have no comment. Now, prosecutors will, however, have to answer that motion in court, and we'll be keeping an eye out for the response. I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC 15, Arizona.